And one thing that I did want to bring up that I feel like is a another part of what Hillary Hines was saying, and isn't necessarily explicit, but I think it was implicit in what they were talking about is that there are a lot of the policies that are listed there that I feel like should be contained within use of force policy that are not currently in use of force policy. So like the use of force review boards, for example, handcuffing and restraints, control devices and techniques, taser, uses of force in custody, firearms, range, all vehicle pursuits, arguably a use of force. If a vehicle, I'm just, do you understand what I'm saying? All of those things feel like things that are in use of force, uh, or should be in a master use of force policy or a blanket use of force policy because they all involve force. Are we considering all of those as well as part of a larger perspective on that? Because I can tell you already that I feel like people in the community are gonna want to know what our policies are for all of those things as well, because each one of those has to deal with force. So what do we think about that?
I'm sorry. What I will say is we'll have the use of force policy, and then we have other policies that were on there, whether they're range and some of the things in the range policy are specific to the actual
range
facility itself. So I don't necessarily think that trying to incorporate them all into yet another master document would be necessarily useful. So my initial thought right now would be to have them in their components, which again are all there for everyone to see for the most part. And then we can have some discussions. And if somebody, while going through this, we said, hey, I noticed this in policy X, can we discuss that? Sure, but I don't want us to get too far afoot from, let's get the use of force one done first. That's the big one. That's what I'd like to try for us to focus on, I think. And then we can sort of branch out as issues come up.